Marvel Rivals has released some incredible Vanguards since its launch, but sadly, the selection is thin, and I mean very thin, especially compared to the duelist category. It's honestly disappointing considering the amount of Vanguard potential that Marvel's hero and villain catalog has to offer. So in today's video, we're not just listing characters that could be added, we're going to be building out their full ability kits as well. So to start out, number 5, Dr. Octopus. Sir Doc Ock himself. When I tell you there are 2 characters on this list that if they ever release, you will never see me on another hero. Doc Ock is one of them. Doc Ock would be the ultimate high IQ Vanguard. In my opinion, it would be less about the amount of damage you're pumping out and more about you setting up your team to get kills while completely disrupting any plan that the opposing team might have. His primary would obviously be his mechanical arm thrust, for lack of a better term. This would be medium range, kind of like Groot, but less damage. His first ability would be to grab any enemy within 15 to 20 meters. You would then have the choice to reposition / throw the enemy wherever you aim, or you would have the choice to slam them on the ground for extra damage. Ability number 2 would be his shield ability. His tentacles would spin rapidly to form a shield that blocks projectiles from every direction. And it only stays up for 1 to 2 seconds. Kind of like Magneto, but even shorter, so you have to be sure to time it right. His third ability, he can scale walls and ceilings. He would be able to use his primary while on the walls. So there would have to be an attach and detach from the wall / ceiling button. Next up is his ultimate ability. His tentacles would turn into horrifying drills that put out high damage to anyone within his range. His ultimate ability could also go towards more of a Groot direction, where he pulls everyone towards him and it's just a good DPS ult combo. The number 4 hero on the list would be the exact opposite of Doc Ock as far as the high IQ goes. His job would simply be to wreak havoc, and that is Juggernaut. His primary would be a massive right and left hook that do high damage. For his first ability, I want him to be able to double jump and then slam on the ground for big damage. I want it to feel like what you used to could do in the Lego games or Shrek Super Slam. Ability number 2 would be a momentum-based charge that gets more destructive the longer you use it. Similar to the Thing, but you have full control. He can destroy anything in his path. That includes map walls, enemy shields, and Groot walls. When you're charging with the Thing, you get stuck on Groot walls. Juggernaut will be able to instantly run through it. His third ability, he can become CC immune and immovable. I don't want the game to end up being full of characters that just can't be moved at any time, so I want him to have to use an ability for that. And for his ultimate ability, he would become unstoppable, destroying anything in his path. It will do damage to anyone within 4 meters of him, but if he hits you head on, you're dead. This will force the enemy to scramble off the point or cart in late game situations. And he also could just have an MVP screen inspired by Deadpool 2 where he just rips Deadpool in half. I think that'd be cool. The number 3 hero on this list is Ghost Rider. He is probably the most requested hero in all of Marvel Rivals, and I think he would be perfect as a tank. His primary would be his chain attack, where anytime it connects, it deals slow burn damage, similar to Devil Dino's bleeding effect. His first ability, he launches his chains at an enemy player with the choice to pull them closer to you, similar to Bucky's bionic hook, but it also has a slow burning effect. Or you can sling them into nearby walls, which would briefly stun them. His second ability, he summons his motorcycle that accelerates forward, knocking all enemies in his path into the air while leaving a trail of fire behind. Ability number 3, Ghost Rider ignites himself into a full body flame. This would technically be his shield ability, but in a non-traditional way. Once he ignites, all of the incoming damage that he takes turns into heals. You could even take it as far as any ally within a 3-meter radius of him would start getting heals if Ghost Rider is already max health. His ultimate ability would have to be his Penance Stare. He locks onto enemies inside of a cone-shaped area. The damage scales based on how much damage the enemies caught in the stare have dealt that match. So if you have high damage, you get deleted. This would be one of the coolest ults in the game. Also, just imagine the skins that Ghost Rider could have. Number 2 on the list, Man-Thing. His primary would be animalistic looking punches. Now his first ability, he would be able to throw a seed bomb that does a small amount of damage on initial impact. But after a few seconds, it blossoms into a flower trap that grabs and stuns nearby enemies, and it does twice the amount of the initial damage. His second ability, Man-Thing plants himself into the ground. This could either give all nearby allies a damage boost or overshield, whichever way. Ability number 3, nearby enemies suffer from fear, significantly reducing their movement speed, creating easy attacks for Man-Thing himself or all allies nearby. His ultimate ability, he would grab an individual enemy and completely incinerate them regardless of the amount of health that they have. He could have a team up ability with Groot. This would be an interactive team up, kind of like Cap and Bucky already have. They create a giant 2/3 circle, leaving the enemy with no choice but to either break the wall and get shredded by Man-Thing and Groot, or they can choose to stay and fight and get destroyed by the wall. And number 1, the character that I need most, Sandman. Sandman is the second character I was talking about earlier that if he ever released, I would never play anyone else. The amount of potential that Sandman has is unmatched, especially as a tank. His primary ability would just be him punching the enemy with massive sand fists. His first ability, he can go into the ground like Jeff and choose an enemy to come up and instantly do burst damage. His second ability, he would have a destructive sand wall that you can control the distance of by holding the button, similar to Emma Frost. The wall would come up from the ground. And his third ability, he would transform into a mini sandstorm that slows and damages enemies. He could have so many different types of abilities. These are just kind of some that I thought of that I thought would be cool. And his ultimate ability is pretty obvious. He grows into a giant sand colossus that has larger attacks and does more damage. He would also do ground shaking damage. Imagine seeing this pushing towards the point. Please, Guang Guang, we need Sandman. There are so many more potential Vanguards that Marvel Rivals could add. Let me know in the comments which of these 5 tanks you would want in the game, but also let me know someone that isn't on this list. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you would want me to do a DPS or Healer edition.